There is something hidden beneath the frozen land of Alaska, something so legendary that just hearing its name makes miners around the world hold their breath. That name is Parker Schnabel. Yes, the same Parker known as the boldest and most fearless face of the gold rush. But this time, he's not doing a routine dig. This time, Parker is chasing something far bigger. He has entered an ice-locked zone, a place where the ground isn't solid earth, but a frozen trap. Rumors claim that a massive gold fortune, worth nearly $98 million, is buried beneath this land. Yes, $98 million. That's roughly 800 crore rupees. But this treasure won't come easily. Drilling here is like inviting death. Beneath the ice lie collapsed chambers, unstable layers, and deadly gas pockets. One wrong move could wipe out everything Parker has built. And here's the most shocking part. Sources say Parker has detected a signal unlike anything seen in the past decade. Strange density spikes and abnormal readings suggest that something enormous is hidden beneath the ice. Alaska is buzzing. If this turns out to be true, it could become the biggest jackpot in gold rush history. But the question remains, can Parker actually extract this $98 million fortune? Or will this frozen land bury him and his legacy forever? Those who miss this moment may miss history itself, because Parker Schnabel is standing at the edge of either uncovering the world's greatest treasure or being lost forever beneath Alaska's ice. Get ready, because this isn't just another episode. This is history in the making. This season is completely different for Parker. He hasn't come just to mine gold. He's come to bet his entire legacy. Normal mining is risky, but what Parker is doing now is the biggest gamble of his career. A mission has begun beneath Alaska's ice, where there is absolutely no room for error. This time, Parker's plan is anything but simple. He's entered a frozen zone so dangerous that even machines seem to hesitate. The ground isn't stable, and danger lurks beneath every layer of ice. Parker knows one thing clearly. If this dig succeeds, it will be the greatest victory of his life. If it fails, everything could be over. The pressure on Parker has doubled. The crew may appear confident, but fear is written on every face. Everyone is asking the same question. Is this risk really worth it? Millions of dollars have already been invested in equipment, and there's no turning back now. This moment could turn Parker into a legend, or erase his name from mining history forever. Meanwhile, a powerful rumor has shaken Alaska. Reports suggest that a gold reserve worth around $98 million lies directly beneath the site Parker is drilling. This isn't a small pocket. It's believed to be a massive hidden deposit. Insiders and local mining experts say this information didn't surface randomly. Some drilling data has revealed unusual signs. Density readings have suddenly spiked, indicating something extremely heavy beneath the ground. That's why whispers are spreading everywhere. Parker might be about to strike Alaska's greatest treasure. But where did this rumor come from? Some believe old miners noticed traces of gold in this area decades ago, but never had the technology to dig safely. Others think modern satellite scans and advanced sensors have finally pinpointed the location, and Parker has staked his entire future on that secret spot. If this $98 million fortune truly exists, it would be the biggest moment in gold rush history. Parker wouldn't just become rich, he would become the most legendary miner the world has ever seen. But the danger is just as real. The risk of collapse, flooding, and deadly gas pockets lurks with every second beneath the ice. This dig is no longer just mining, it's a high-stakes battle. Parker versus Alaska. On one side is a dream worth millions. On the other is a frozen death trap. All eyes are now fixed on one question. Will Parker win this gamble, or will this frozen land claim him forever? The site Parker is drilling isn't a normal mine. It's an ice lock zone, where the ground is frozen solid from above and below. Drilling here is like trying to crack open a frozen coffin. One wrong move, and the ground itself can become a deadly prison. The scariest thing about frozen ground is the unknown. There can be hollow voids beneath the ice, weak layers ready to collapse, and sudden pressure changes. Gas pockets can burst without warning. Water can explode into the tunnels. Entire walls can slide and collapse in seconds. Behind Alaska's quiet, frozen surface lies violent danger. That's why the crew looks tense rather than excited. For Parker, this isn't just about gold anymore. It's about survival. The machines are powerful, but nature is far more powerful. The ice-trapped ground is like a ticking bomb. No one knows when it might explode. This fear has made this dig the most terrifying operation in gold rush history. And yet, amid all this danger, a bombshell discovery has surfaced. A density spike. A treasure signal. Scientific readings have stunned everyone. Experts say whatever lies beneath cannot be normal rock. The density is far too high, as if a massive, heavy object is buried deep below. When the sensors revealed this spike, Parker's team froze in disbelief. These are the same readings that often point to deep gold reserves or hidden treasure pockets. Whispers spread quickly. This could be it. This could be the $98 million zone. High density means something extremely heavy beneath the ground, and gold is one of the densest metals on Earth. When readings jump this suddenly, imagination runs wild. Is it a massive raw gold reserve? Or something even bigger, like a sealed vault of riches? Now Parker is fully committed. He knows this moment could change his life forever. But with every inch the drill moves forward, the danger grows. This is no longer just mining. This is Parker Schnabel's ultimate test, a battle between ambition and Alaska's frozen wrath. The crew can't stop wondering, if there really is treasure buried beneath the ice, what will it take to get it out? One collapse could wipe out everything. Right now, a tense battle is unfolding beneath Alaska's frozen surface. On one side is a dream worth $98 million. On the other, a deadly trap. There's only one question that matters. Will Parker survive this ice-locked nightmare and uncover the greatest treasure ever found? Or will this frozen land swallow him forever? As Parker Schnabel's mission grows bigger, the fear within his crew becomes impossible to hide. This is no longer a normal mining operation. The crew's body language says it all. Some faces show excitement, while others reveal pure panic. In Alaska's frozen danger zone, trust becomes everything. Parker tries to project confidence, but his crew is full of doubts. Are we really safe? Is this risk even worth it? Every worker knows this job could turn disastrous at any moment. The tension keeps rising because the danger isn't just to machines, it's to human lives. One wrong reading, one small mistake, and the ground could collapse without warning. Some crew members panic quietly, while others argue openly as fear takes over. Trust issues grow stronger with every passing hour. Everyone knows Alaska shows no mercy. Parker is doing his best to stay calm, but the pressure is crushing. And when the leader starts feeling the strain, the entire team begins to shake. Everyone looks tough on camera, but deep down, many fear this dig could be their final shift. That fear only intensifies because this site is known as one of the most dangerous digging zones in Alaska. The weather can flip in seconds. Clear skies in the morning can turn into a blinding snowstorm by afternoon. Visibility drops to nothing, and even the machines begin to freeze. The threat of avalanches is constant. The icy hills surrounding the site could collapse at any time. An avalanche doesn't just bring snow, it can bury the entire operation in moments. The crew knows that if nature strikes, survival may not be an option. Then there's the risk of machinery failure. Extreme cold can jam hydraulic systems, stall engines, and stop drills mid-operation. And when heavy equipment fails out here, the crew is nearly helpless. Repairing machines in Alaska isn't just inconvenient, it can be deadly. So imagine the choice in front of them. On one side, the dream of $98 million in treasure. On the other, brutal conditions that threaten lives every second. The team's nerves are stretched thin. Many are questioning whether Parker made the right call, or if he's led everyone into a situation with no escape. That's why this dig is no longer just physical labor. It's become a psychological war. Fear versus trust. Parker versus Alaska. And now the biggest question is this. Will Parker's team survive the pressure, or will this dangerous site break them completely? Parker knows this isn't an ordinary dig. which is why he's brought out his biggest weapon yet, an equipment upgrade. Breaking through Alaska's frozen ground is nearly impossible with standard machines. Normal drills jam, freeze, or fail completely. So Parker has invested in a specialized heavy-duty drilling system, essentially a last-chance solution. This isn't a small upgrade. Reports suggest Parker has poured millions of dollars into this operation. Heavy rigs, reinforced drill heads, extra power hydraulic systems. Every piece of equipment has been custom built to survive extreme cold. Because if these machines fail, the mission ends right there. The crew knows these machines aren't just tools, they're their only hope. Every rotation of the drill, every grinding sound, makes the crew hold their breath. Parker himself has admitted this equipment is the most expensive gamble of his career. On one side, there's the dream of $98 million. On the other, millions already spent that could be lost forever. But once that kind of money is invested, there's no turning back. Parker is all in. If the drill succeeds, it could strike the jackpot. But if the ice traps or destroys the machine, the loss would be unimaginable. And now, an even more shocking theory has begun to circulate: the hidden ice vault theory. Some experts and insiders believe this might not be just a gold pocket. They whisper that it could be a sealed chamber, locked beneath the ice for centuries. The idea has stunned the entire crew. Imagine it, not just scattered gold, but an ancient vault buried and preserved by nature itself. The unusual density spikes are fueling this theory even more. The drill may not be heading toward loose gold, but toward a solid underground structure. Every signal now feels like a clue. Is it a massive raw gold reserve, or a hidden chamber holding the largest fortune ever discovered? For Parker, this moment could change his life forever. But the danger hasn't disappeared. If such a vault truly exists, opening it could trigger collapse, flooding, or deadly gas releases. Anything sealed beneath the ice for centuries won't give up its secrets easily. Now Parker Schnabel stands at the edge of everything. Machines are his last hope. Mystery is his greatest enemy. There is only one question left. Will the drill reach the $98 million treasure? Or will Alaska's hidden ice vault unleash a secret that should have stayed buried forever? For Parker, this isn't just adventure anymore. It's a financial war. The bigger the dream, the greater the risk. If this operation fails, his entire season could collapse. This has become a jackpot or bankruptcy situation. Mining burns money fast. Fuel, machinery, crew wages, transportation, drilling systems. Millions are being spent every single day. Parker has invested so deeply that walking away now would mean accepting massive losses. That pressure follows him every second. The crew knows this dig is make or break. If treasure is found, Parker makes history. If nothing lies beneath the ice, the consequences will be brutal. Fans will call him reckless. Sponsors and investors will question everything. One wrong gamble could shake his entire legacy. The most terrifying part is this: failure in Alaska doesn't just mean losing money. It also means losing time. And time here is brutally limited. The weather window is short, and once the season ends, everything freezes solid. If gold isn't found before that happens, the entire operation shuts down. Parker is racing against the clock under enormous pressure. And just when things couldn't get more intense, another major twist emerges: a government and legal challenge. The area Parker is drilling isn't ordinary land. Alaska has some of the strictest regulations in the world. Environmental protections, safety laws, and local authorities are watching every move closely. And according to sources, not everything happens on camera. Some decisions are made quietly, behind the scenes. Permits are negotiated off-screen, and every approval matters. In certain zones, drilling isn't allowed at all without special permission. One mistake outside legal boundaries, and the entire operation could be shut down instantly. Government agencies are especially alert because large-scale drilling in ice zones can damage fragile ecosystems. If a collapse or contamination occurs, the legal consequences could be devastating. That's why Parker's dig is no longer just a treasure hunt. It's a tightly controlled mission. Insiders are whispering that authorities have already issued warnings. Restrictions could tighten at any moment, and if Parker makes even one reckless move, his permits could be revoked. Imagine the nightmare. The treasure is right beneath him, but legally untouchable. The pressure is overwhelming. On one side is the dream of a $98 million fortune. On the other is the fear of bankruptcy. Add government scrutiny and legal limits, and Parker finds himself trapped in a situation where victory would make him a legend, but failure could break him completely. The question now is simple but terrifying. Can Parker complete this mission under financial pressure and legal control, or will this Alaska gamble become the biggest collapse of his life? As soon as Parker Schnabel's mission became public, all of Alaska felt the shock. Local miners and rival crews were stunned. Everyone knows that when Parker takes a risk this big, something massive must be hidden beneath the ground. Rumors spread fast, and the mining world became restless. Rival reactions were mixed. Some felt jealous, some impressed, and others genuinely afraid. Whispers started circulating that Parker might have found Alaska's largest gold pocket ever. Camps buzzed with speculation. If Parker truly hits $98 million, the mining game would change forever. Industry experts took notice too. Mining is brutally competitive, and if one man pulls out a fortune this large, the value of other claims could collapse. Some rivals even suspect Parker used secret technology or insider knowledge. Veteran miners say this area has been a mystery for decades. But along with excitement, fear is growing just as fast, because the bigger the treasure, the bigger the danger. And now the worst-case scenario dominates every conversation. An ice collapse. Beneath the frozen ground lie voids and weak layers that could give way at any moment. One wrong drill depth, one pressure miscalculation, or one careless blast could bury the entire site. In an ice zone collapse, it's not just the ground that fails. The whole operation can be swallowed. Machines could disappear. Crew members could be trapped. Rescue might be nearly impossible. Parker's team knows they're operating on the edge. With every inch drilled, the tension increases. The jackpot may be close, but so is death. Alaska's ice looks beautiful, but beneath it lives a deadly force. In the worst-case scenario, it wouldn't just be the treasure that's lost, it would be Parker's legacy. A collapse could ruin the entire season. Investors would pull out. Permits could be revoked. And Parker's name could become a warning story told to future miners. Right now, Alaska's mining community isn't just watching a dig. They're watching history unfold. On one side is the dream of unimaginable wealth. On the other is the nightmare of frozen destruction. The question remains, will Parker survive this storm, or will Alaska's ice bury both him and his treasure forever? If Parker Schnabel truly uncovers the $98 million jackpot hidden beneath this frozen zone, the history of the gold rush will change forever. This wouldn't just be a mining success, it would be the discovery of the century. Alaska would forever remember the place where the impossible became possible. Finds happen all the time in mining, but only a few moments become legendary. If Parker strikes a fortune this massive, it will be the biggest jackpot the show has ever seen. It won't just be called a gold discovery, it will be remembered as Alaska's greatest treasure strike. The entire mining industry would be shaken overnight. Parker's life would change instantly. Sponsors, investors, rivals, everyone would be watching. Parker wouldn't just be a young miner anymore. He would become the biggest name in mining history. His status in Alaska would transform. He wouldn't just be a person, he'd become a symbol. But this moment is about more than money. It's about legacy. For years, people have watched Parker win and lose, succeed and struggle. This dig could be the turning point of his entire story, a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Parker knows gold isn't just metal. It represents power, proof, and purpose. If this discovery happens, his name will enter the record books. Future generations will speak his name alongside the legends of mining history. Just like the pioneers of the past, Parker Schnabel will be remembered in the same breath. And on a deeply personal level, Parker has always wanted to prove one thing: that he wasn't just lucky, that he was intelligent, fearless, and worthy of leading. This jackpot would prove it all. It would show that he took the right risks, made the right decisions, and even defeated one of the harshest lands on Earth. But legacies are never easy. Behind every possible victory lies struggle, sacrifice, and the constant risk of losing everything. The fear inside the crew, the crushing pressure, government restrictions, and the constant threat of machine failure. Parker has faced it all. That's why, if he truly hits the jackpot, he won't just pull gold from the ground. He'll pull history out of the ice. Now the only question is this: will Parker really reach that moment? Will this dig turn him into a legend? Or will Alaska's dangers finally stop him? Because if this jackpot is real, it won't just change Parker's life. It will change the future of the gold rush itself, and Parker Schnabel's name will be remembered forever. Parker now stands at a crossroads with only two paths ahead: history or destruction. Whatever lies beneath the frozen ground of Alaska is closer than ever. With every sound of the drill, the suspense intensifies, and the entire world is watching this final moment unfold. But here's the biggest twist: no one knows for sure if the vault beneath the ice is real or just a deadly illusion. Density spikes have sparked hope. Rumors have fueled belief. But Alaska's frozen ground doesn't reveal its secrets easily. This land knows how to bury the truth. So now, the final question remains: will Parker reach the hidden vault? Will he claim the $98 million fortune and become the greatest legend in gold rush history? Or will the frozen debris, collapsed zones, and deadly ice traps swallow him forever? And listen, anyone who doesn't subscribe right now could miss the moment when a $98 million treasure is either revealed to the world or lost forever beneath the ice of Alaska. Please subscribe to the Timefold channel and don't forget to like.